I hope that this reading is something that really helps you. My intention for this is for everyone to get some sort of healing, some sort of peace, some sort of loving message. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. Perhaps pick another pile or another video, or you know, take it as it is. I always advocate to use common sense, as in take the positive message and use whatever you can with it. And if it doesn't work for you, then, you know, for example, if something that I say is like encouraging you to go back to someone that's not really healthy for you, then I would just try to listen to your own intuition, and maybe that isn't the message for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that this helps. I do have my background in counseling, and I have intuitive abilities, so I've been really getting into spirituality, and I've been doing this every day for myself, and I've been having really positive changes in my own life. So the reason I wanted to do this was to help maybe other people that are also in the same space that I am. And so yeah, I figured today would be a good day. As you can see, it's like really cloudy weather, and I know for me in the past that used to be something that was really depressing, but now I see it as just like a, you know, just a different kind of weather that can help us relax and just really enjoy ourselves. And so yeah, I hope this helps. And we have 4 groups today. This will be pile 1, pink butterfly, pile 2, blue, pile 3, and pile 4, a lovely yellow. Such a spring color, which I'm excited for. You know, spring has been so great so far. And actually in one of my recent meditations, spring energy came up, and it was just so excited. You know, really exciting energy, and there was a lot of blessing sort of energy. And she appeared to me as this really beautiful entity, and full of abundance and joy and excitement. And so I hope, you know, from through this, that perhaps she can reach out to you guys as well. And she's always there, you know. It's just up to you guys whether it's something you even want to do. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and start with the reading. You know what? I actually forgot to light the candle, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I usually do for my regular meditations. This is a wonderful lavender vanilla, and the intention for today is healing and clarity and peace for anyone that reaches this video and wants to hear a message. So that is my intention for everyone. I hope that we get something positive out of this. And I really come from the mentality of we. I think that naturally happens when you try to be of service. You know, you want to contribute to the world. And so I just hope that we all make it. I know that things are really hectic out in the world, but there's a lot of good things too. So like reality is just a mix of both. And so I just want to offer more peace. I want to create more positive energy while validating, you know, the pain and suffering that we all go through as people. Yeah, so I am actually using a variety of cards, and I thought this would be fun. I have here a Studio Ghibli postcard collection. I got it for my birthday, and I sometimes use it because of the scenes that are in the movie. And I think that's what energy reading is, right? Like, you just use whatever tools and symbolism comes through. If you've never watched these films, I strongly encourage you to. They're really fun. And if not, I'll try to explain the context behind them. I also have here my Angel Tarot card readings. I've used this for years. It's been really helpful. And this is a really beautiful card deck as well. And I love the Spirit Animal Oracle card deck. And yeah, I'll try not to go through all of them. I know I could probably spend a lot more time on this. I also wanted to, I have here like some rocks with some affirmations or positive words on them to see which resonates for you. And I have here some stones. And yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, so we'll use, I feel called to use this one first. The reason I have this one out, by the way, is because this is what I pulled out for my reading for today, for myself, which is There Is Always Enough. This is a card about abundance. And I feel like this actually can be applied to this group as well. So there's just a message of some sort of abundance coming through. It can be money, it can be, you know, an abundance of ideas, it can be love as well, an abundance of love and like positive emotions. Just something that is clicking, which is connecting you with this flow of life. And so that is what I see. And this is actually like a very similar energy that I'm going through. And so perhaps that's the reason why it's popping through to me right now. Very first pile. Let's see what other animal card readings come through. And I am not a fancy like shuffler, so so you know, it's just ignore the process. Whatever message wants to come through will come through. And yeah, I watch other people's videos because I love tarot card readings, and they always go like, you know what, when they go like that, it's so fancy, and I'm like, how the heck do they do that? But yeah, so bear with me. Not really fancy, but these are all still the same cards in there. So we got the first one as a koi fish, right? Abundance. And I'm feeling a few cards, actually. I see 4. So I'm going to pull out a total of 4 cards. And we have here Dolphin Spirit. Oh, that's a lovely one. And we have White Raven Spirit and Peacock Spirit. And again, I think that me and this group are actually pretty similar in the way that we're going through this energy, because I've pulled out all these cards recently as well. And it's, let me tell you, it's really beautiful energy. It's a very hopeful message that things are gonna be looking up. The Dolphin Spirit is, it says here, this and that are true. And it basically says, or what they're basically teaching is trying to enjoy the in-between. So you're not, perhaps you're in this state where you have a bunch of ideas running through and there's something you want to accomplish, a goal, but you're not there yet. But you're not in the past, because in the past this idea wasn't there yet, right? So you're in the between, in this like planning stage, and it's basically validating the duality that you're not there yet, but but you're not in the past, you're not in the present, you know, you're not in the past where this isn't true yet, and you're not in the future where it's gonna come true. You're in the present where it's the again, the in-between. And so it's just accepting that space, validating that duality. And to me, again, it's a message of hope that whatever is coming through will come through for sure. And we have here the White Raven Spirit, which is trust in the magic. And when I see this, I see like a messenger of spirit, basically trying to tell you to trust in the process. You may not see the whole picture yet. You may not know exactly what steps to take, but it's there. And I actually would encourage you, I'm getting this image of childlike quality as well. I see a child. Again, I want to share with you guys that I have more so intuitive psychic abilities, and it comes through to me as visions. And so I see a child, and those two resonate together, or they go hand in hand, because there's something about children where they, right, imagination, that innocence and that like new to experiences in life really opens you up to a lot of possibilities. And I think that is what allows magic, like miracles, magic, to come into your life and I don't know, manifest great things. And that's what this card represents. Just trust in the magic, know that it's gonna come, trust in the process, it's gonna come. And that's strongly what's coming through. And the peacock spirit, oh my gosh, I love peacocks. So let it shine. This is basically, right, telling you to let your essence come through. There's something about you showing a different side, or how do I say this? So normally, right, and even in counseling, I had to teach people this. We all have masks, and it's a very normal thing to do. We all have a mask that we present at work, right? Our professional mask. We have to hide certain parts of ourselves so that we can be professional. And then with our friends and family, we have different sides that we show as well. And this is just, but beneath all those masks, there's something that's very genuine about every single one of us that is genuinely us, right? And sometimes it can seep through those masks too. Like if you are a kind person, just because you're in a professional setting doesn't mean that you can't be kind. You probably can show that through that setting as well. It just shows in different ways. Maybe you show it differently with your friends than with your colleagues, your boss, your classmates, if you're in school. And so it's just strongly encouraging you to really be yourself. And again, I think these two are, again, this is like a whole complete message, and they're all working together to show that there's this complete big picture message, right? So there's something about letting it shine, and I kind of get this feeling that it has to do with the inner childhood sense, because our inner children are so wonderfully creative and joyful and fun, and you know what I mean? Even if you had like a traumatic childhood, which I strongly encourage everyone. I advocate for everyone to go to counseling, but that, is just a strong bias as someone that's a counselor. But even if you had a traumatic childhood, right, there are some moments along the way that were very genuinely blissful, is what I feel. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, ignore it. I do not want to open up wounds when you don't have access to like mental health help. So feel free to skip this part. I totally want to be mindful of the people that are coming here to watch this. But there is something, again, overall message is what I'm getting, is that there is something coming to your life that's really big, really beautiful. But in order to get there, right, imagine your biggest, wildest dream. And let's bring it up to be something completely magical, something huge, something that even you can't grasp it because it's just so wildly out there. And so let's say like you want to open up, let's say, recently I've been watching like makeup gurus. So let's say like you want to open up a makeup brand, a company that dedicates itself to selling makeup, which I know right now is pretty big. And let's say that you want to earn millions and millions of dollars, but right now you maybe that reality isn't at all what you are facing right now. Maybe like you're in debt, and it's like the opposite. But the dolphin spirit is saying that, you know, the reality of you being in this lack of abundance and the reality of you creating this multi-million company and having abundance, like, they're both true in a sense. That which has been and then that which will be. And but in order to reach that point, there are some changes we have to go through, right? Maybe there's a shift in our perspectives, a shift in our beliefs that needs to happen. And that's why the peacock spirit is coming through, letting you know that the inner child, that inner joy needs to come through to help you shift those beliefs and help you believe in the magic. And it's that shift that's going to bring that abundance. And yeah, I see, and this is a variety of people that are tuning in, and so this is just a very general message, but I'm trying to tap in to see who's gonna be coming through. I do see some people resonating with like the makeup example that I use. Maybe it's not specifically makeup, maybe it's like general health and fitness or health and beauty. I see teachers, people in education tapping in. I do feel a lot of strong feminine energy. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean that you are a woman. You can be, you know, you can be whatever gender identity, and we all have that feminine energy, right? Just some have it more than others, and yes. So I do see a lot of feminine energy coming through. And I see a lot of women, you know, and this is women. So if you are a transgender woman, for sure, you know, this is for you. This message is for all women. I see you guys, gals, I should say. And I see a lot of people in the helping profession. I see business people as well. And I see people in the middle of doing a career change. If not a career change, just something like a big transformation. Either like you're going to school and you're about to graduate, or you're in school and you're changing majors. Just something pretty big, pretty monumental in your life. And so this is opening up that next chapter in your life. That's what I'm seeing, the next chapter. And I see a lot of wonderful things happening. I see this open field, and there's like a sun in the background, and the air is so crisp, like I hear birds singing. It's just a really joyful time. And so if you've been through something really hard recently, I think after this pandemic we've all been through it, to be honest. And so this is just a hopeful message to everyone that has been going through something difficult, either in the past or you're still going through it, that to have hope. There is something great and amazing coming through. And yeah, so now I feel called to use this. I'm gonna try to not to look and see what comes through. So I pulled out 2. Gratitude. There's gratitude and there's friends. Maybe there's new friends coming in. Maybe there's an increase in gratitude as well. Like, you know, awesome things are happening in your life and you just can't help but feel grateful for all those things. Or yeah, maybe you're grateful for all these new friends coming in. I hope you get really awesome new friends. We all deserve to have supportive, healthy friendships. And as a counselor, I encourage you guys to always, you know, make sure that your friends are meeting all your needs. There's actually a tool, if you guys are ever curious. I would use this sheet called the ABCs of Friendship. I can even link it in the description. And I would use that to let people know how to evaluate how healthy their friends are. And so the ideal friendship meets all of those qualities. And so I hope, yeah, I think this is awesome. So I'm going to include that tool that I would use in my counseling sessions with clients. And this would help people evaluate that, you know, if they had good friends. And always remember, if a friend is not making you feel good, it's putting you down, or for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel good, that is not a friend. That is simply a person that is going, you know, has some issues, maybe. And here, I'm gonna pick a stone as well. There's something about this that's calling me to it, and it makes sense with this energy, because I think this is moss agate. I'm not even sure. I'm probably butchering that up. But to me, it represents that green, that abundance. Like I said, I saw that field in my vision. And so to me, that represents prosperity, joy, just abundance. And I see that. And I see that with this. And I'm being called to use another deck as well. So let me bring in some more cards. Hopefully this can bring maybe some clear answers. I see connection with a lot of cards as well. So hopefully this reading doesn't take too long, but if it does, bear with me. If it's too much, feel free to skip through. You guys are free to do whatever you want. You know, all power to you. So, this card deck is very lovely. This is kind of like what I was seeing in my vision. Just like this really pretty green field. And, you know, the bird, cute little dove. And just very beautiful sky. That's exactly what I saw. So, I'm gonna pull out some cards. Clear the fog. And it's interesting because today, the weather is just so cloudy. And, I don't know. It just, you know, that connection with the natural world. There's clear the fog and accept love. Accept love. Clear the fog and accept love. So the reason that I'm saying clear the fog, there's something in your past that needs to be let go of. And again, it's all for the intent of bringing this new reality to you. And so think of a time in your past when you went through a big transformation. Was there anything that you had to let go of in order to accept that new reality? Let's say, like, I'll use an example of mine. There was a period in my life where I didn't have any friends, and, you know, this was a while ago. And oh my gosh, it was so intensely depressing, and I won't go into the details of that because I want the focus to stay on you. But I remember I, was watching anime, and I really, you know, all those anime, the reason, I liked watching those series was because all the friendships just seemed so genuine, and so, think of Fairy Tail, think of Naruto, if you watch anime, or, films of, or, you know, the Fab Five guys. I was watching a lot of shows where these people have strong friendships, and maybe some of them are not real, right? Maybe it's reality TV show and it's not genuine, but still, it's just that idea of, a healthy, loving friendship, and I didn't have it. And so I had to go through this internal change of, I actually had to, really get into my head that I deserved friends, and I deserved to be happy, and that I deserve to experience new things in life. And so I had to change those beliefs. That was the shadow work, the internal work that I had to go through. And so that's what I had to let go. I had to let go of everything that was fogging up my mind, everything that was fogging up the path to that desire I had. And I think that might resonate with some of you guys. There's something that you have to let go of. It could be a friendship. It could be a situation as well. Maybe, in my case, it was a change in beliefs, excuse me. And then accept love. I feel like a lot of your guys' higher selves are encouraging you to go through these changes. one thing that I've been learning recently is that if it doesn't feel joyful, if it doesn't feel happy, then why continue? You know, like, our life purpose really should incorporate some of those things: love and happiness and joy. Why were we born to be miserable, right? Like, why would you want to go to a job that you hate? And then imagine if you died like a month from now. That, like, I would be so angry if as I'm dying, if that happened to me. And so a lot of your higher selves are offering this loving, supportive energy, and they're strongly encouraging you to continue on this path that maybe you've been hearing. Like, it's this little voice in your head that's telling you, that inner guidance, you know, it comes in as whispers sometimes. And so it's just strongly encouraging you to accept that loving energy. And these two will go hand in hand. It's going to help you clear up your mind and see what you need to let go. And it's going to help you stay in that state where it's just a really happy, positive, loving energy. And I always believe that when you're feeling that way, it just makes it easier to know what you want. And I think that's going to lead you to your abundance and having more friends and just a ton of gratitude. I see a lot of good things for you guys, pile one. And I hope great things continue to happen. I'm going to pull out just a few more cards. Just because I just want to make sure you guys get what you asked for. So I'm using here the Angel Tarot card deck. And I love this. I love working with angels. And so, again, if you like hearing messages from angels, feel free to tune in. If you don't, feel free to skip this part. All power to you. It is, you know, totally your choice, totally in your power to listen to what feels right for you. So, okay, let's see what messages come through from the angels. I see another 2 messages, so I'm going to pull this out. 3 of water. I'm going to move this. And Archangel Haniel. So that's how I say their name, Haniel. But I think you probably pronounce it differently. Haniel? Not sure. I love this archangel. They're all about, like, psychic, intuition, feelings, that feminine energy. I think they show up as both male, like masculine and feminine, I'm not sure. But in my visions, I see them as both. And I oftentimes see them more as feminine, just because they're connected to, like, right, the moon and, like, that psychic, intuitive. It just reminds me more of that feminine energy, those feminine gifts. Not saying that you have to be feminine in order to experience that, right? Again, we all have those energies, and you can identify as male and still, like, have a strong feminine side. Like, that's totally okay. So this archangel is coming through, and the water, right? Water deals with emotions, and this is a card, 3 of water. It's saying a celebration, a wedding, graduation, birth announcement, the need to have more fun. What did I say earlier, right? Inner child, fun, innocence. Those are going to be key in unlocking this new reality that you want. And Archangel Haniel is a wonderful they're a wonderful archangel. Their message is important psychic insights, events behind the screens, release fears that hold you back. What did we just say? Right? Clear the fog. Release fears that hold you back. So a while ago I said, like, clear things from your past. And it could be this, or it could be releasing the fears that are holding you back. And so this is, again, just to further validate some of the earlier cards, that because these are all contributing to a bigger message. So releasing. And I'm going to try to tap into my psychic intuition right now to see if there's anything specific. I do see this image of someone like rock climbing, and there's this huge wall, and there's many obstacles. But I see them, and I see this woman just going. I see the hesitation as she sees like this wall that she's about to like get on, like rock climb on. But I also see like this huge potential of her clearing that like no other. She is going super fast. And so to me it the energy comes through as like this, like these issues that you're experiencing, they feel like this wall in front of you, like literally a wall. And like it like it's hard to come through. It's hard to like see the other side of that wall or to push through. But this archangel is showing me that like it's completely possible, and it's more than possible. Like this girl, she's rock climbing like freaking Spider-Man. I kid you not. That's how she shows up in my mind. And so it's just, yeah, it's demonstrating and showing that whatever obstacles you're facing, they may feel like they're a wall, but you have the potential to really like go to overcome it with flying colors. That's what I see. Yeah. So I hope this resonates for you. I'm just gonna pull out one more card, and this is from the Studio Ghibli collection. Do you guys say Studio Ghibli? Ghibli? I sometimes get a little confused. But let's see. Actually, I hope this is alright with you guys. I'm gonna pull out more than one card just because this is so fun. And if you guys are fans of Hayao Miyazaki, you're gonna love this. Hopefully something comes through that is like from a movie that you guys like. Okay, so I see three. I see three cards. So, what came through? Oh my gosh, this is like my favorite scene from Ponyo. It's when they're eating that delicious, like delicious ramen. Oh my gosh, it's such a wonderful scene. And this, you know, this reminds me of the earlier thing that I was saying about inner childlike innocence and that inner childlike wonder, and how like everything just seems so colorful. I think that's what a lot of Hayao Miyazaki's films demonstrate, just that color and magic of being a child. And the good thing is that, you know, we all have an inner child that we can talk to. I would even encourage you guys, some tips that I use in counseling, you know, writing with your non-dominant hand a letter to your child so that you can access that part of you when you were a child and you were just learning how to write. And it just makes it really a little easier to channel that childlike state. A meditation, visualization, just meeting your child, your inner child, and seeing what they have to say to you. I've been doing this recently and I've been loving it. And I think because I've been more in touch with my inner child, I've been able to do a lot more new things. Because I used to be a really confident kid, but as you grow up and you experience that terrible teenage angst, I lost some of that confidence. And because I've reconnected with her again, I just feel a little more confident than I did before. And I hope you guys experience something similar. But yeah, inner child. If the inner child message doesn't resonate with you, perhaps it's like indulging in beautiful, like eating delicious food, just experiencing the beauty in life, the wonderful things in life. I love that scene. Oh, and this is from Princess Kaguya. What a wonderful scene. I honestly, it's been like 10 years since I've watched this film. Sorry for the interruption. So this is the second card that was pulled up from Princess Kaguya, and again, it's that inner child fun. Look at her just having fun with the little boars. It's such a fun moment, and I think that's what Spirit is strongly encouraging you to do, is to have fun. Be a kid again and have fun. I think this message is as simple as that. And the third one, this is from Mita Yamada's, I think that's what it's called. It's actually one of the few films that I haven't seen. And again, there's that fun quality. And what is showing through a lot in this card is that the joy of being in a supportive family, right? So it could be, you know, try to reconnect with your family and have those fun moments. If you don't have a healthy, supportive biological family, perhaps it could be, you know, a soul tribe, a family that you create on your own, people that genuinely support you. But the essence is there. People that genuinely are happy to be with you, and really love and support you. And the message is family, but again, it doesn't have to come from a biological family. It can be people that you choose. Either way, it doesn't matter, as long as they are genuine people that genuinely care about you. And yeah, that's all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope this resonates for you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and that you experience this reality that is strongly wanting to come through. I just hope so many good things for you. If you like this reading, you know, feel free to like and subscribe. Mumbling through my words there. And yeah, I hope, yeah. Anyway, that's it for Pile 1. Have a good one. Hi, Pile 2. This is your reading. I hope you guys don't get offended that the first pile is a little bit longer than this one. At least I'm trying to keep it a little shorter because my throat is drying out and I'm not here trying to hurt myself as I'm trying to help others, you know. Let's all be in a good space. So yeah, I hope that, again, like with all these readings, anyone that comes to this video, I hope you experience love, peace, and happiness, and a lot of wonderful moments in your life. I deeply, from the bottom of my heart, hope for the best for you and wish that you experience all that life has to offer. And you know, we're all here to claim this energy. This is what we're gonna say yes to from now on. Me and you. All of us, really. So, let's see. There's actually, as I was shuffling off camera, one card already came out. So I'm gonna put that there. And this comes from the Spirit Animal Oracle card deck. And I'm gonna try to shuffle and see what else comes out. I see, for some reason, I see 7 and I see 3. So I see 3 cards in total coming from this deck. And then I'm being called to pull out 4 more cards, but from other decks. And so, I'm gonna, give me just 1 second. I actually, yes, this is what, we're gonna use this right here. Pile 2. What messages are coming through for pile 2? And I see 2 actually from this deck, and I see another 2 from another deck. So give me 1 more second. Yeah, we're gonna use this right here. Daily guidance from the angels. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Okay, I see 1 popping out. And there. Okay. So what general messages are coming through for pile number 2? Let's start. I always love... This deck is just so awesome. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. So this is speaking about manifestation. And don't worry, I'm going to organize it in a bit. The Nightingale Spirit. This is the first one that popped out. So this one really wanted to come through. Love is all around. This is interesting. This is a very different energy than perhaps what I'm going through. Because I don't think I've ever gotten these cards before for myself. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna try to tune in with the animal kingdom for a second. And I'm gonna see what comes through. Because the intuitive feeling that I'm getting is not so much from the cards, but from the animal spirits. And so I'm gonna tune into the fox and see real quick. What vision do I see? Yeah, actually this is relevant. So it says think on your feet, right? And I saw this image of a fox, kind of like from the Fox and the Hound, just roaming around and watching out for any hunters. They just had a lot of like alertness, and I think that type of energy of just watching your surroundings doesn't mean that you have to be scared. It's just telling you, to be on your toes, to be mindful of your surroundings, because there's something about that that's going to put you in a better position. In the fox's case, it's safety, just making sure that they survive. In your case, it could be, like maybe helping you get a promotion at work, helping you get a good grade in school, if you're in school, helping you, maybe there are some red flags that you're not watching, or like what's the word? They're just like not as strongly there, like you're just not paying attention to them as much. And so that's just the general message from this fox spirit is, just like them, how they are alert and watch their surroundings, there's something that'll benefit you from doing something something like that they do. And now the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Let me see what image I get, what vision. So the image that comes through is actually, and it makes sense. So what I saw was like not just one lizard, but 2. And they look like a couple or a family. And so there's something about that connection with others, which to me it always comes across as like that connection to the universe, will help you in creating whatever it is that you want to manifest. So like think of it as co-creating with a higher being, whatever you believe in. If you believe in angels, maybe co-creating with them. If you believe in the universe, Great Spirit, co-creating with them. If you believe, if you have the specific religious background, just whatever you spiritually feel connected to. And if it's not something like that, perhaps it could just be your higher self, your soul, just something that calls out to you. But it's a message of co-creation, that you're not alone, and you simply do your part and follow your instincts, like the fox, right? Follow your instincts, your intuition, and spirit will present the opportunities that need to be there in order for you to see that come true. But you are also on a similar path as pile 2, in that you are manifesting something wonderful into your life, and it's validated by the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. And this is actually a recent message that I've been getting through my own personal meditation. I wonder if it applies to you. If it resonates with you, feel free to take whatever is helpful, and if it doesn't, you know, ignore it. All power to you. You are free to choose whatever you want to tune into. But the message that I've been recently getting in is that there's such a way of creating and manifesting with love. Love is a really high vibration, right? And so whatever you put out, and try to see if you can give it out with love. So like, let's say you go to a supermarket and you're just buying chips or chocolate or just something wonderful, and you're talking to the cashier. What you can do is, like, you know, as you speak words, you know, make sure to always be kind and respectful, but as you say those words, imagine like this loving energy, like this pink cloud visually coming through. If you're not so much a visual person, it could be just, you know, just hearing music or feeling that love, you know, whatever way works for you. But there's something about love that's going to help you. You know, it could be connected to the universal love, that collective loving energy. But this all goes back to, I think that inner guidance, that intuition and instinct is going to help you connect to that love and going to help you create that dream that I feel like you've had it for quite a while, actually. It feels like 10 years. Like, this is a dream that you've had for years. It doesn't have to specifically be 10, but I'm seeing the word years. And if it's a dream that you've only had recently, it could be that, you know, it feels like it's been that long. You know, like you wish you could have taken action already. And so that's what the animal spirit kingdom is coming through with. Let's see. So, you know what? I'm just gonna pull these out. These are your cards, right? I'm just gonna pull them out and flip them over as we go along. Lend a hand. So I could, hold on. I'm trying to get more details on this. There's something about networking and like being there for other people. You're gonna be there for the right people. I see really healthy people coming through, and this fox spirit energy is gonna help you to notice any red flags. If someone feels like they're not genuine or that they could possibly take advantage of you, fox spirit is going to be there to tell you. But again, you just need to click in. When you click in with those instincts, that intuition of yours, fox spirit's energy is going to come through very strongly, and so it'll be very easy to tell who to trust and who not to trust. But the people that you do trust, the ones that you help out, are going to help you in return, and it's going to create very wonderful energy. It's going to create like an adventurous new energy. That's what I see. That's what you can kind of see, because this energy, there's something about travel that comes through as well. Could be that you guys are in the middle of traveling, or you're gonna be traveling, or your dreams has to do, you know, your dream has to do with traveling. But yeah, and then spread the light, right? So as you lend a hand, you're spreading the light, you're helping others, and there's just this accumulation of light. And it reminds me of that saying, you know, like namaste, it means the light within me greets the light within you. That's the kind of feeling that I get, that as you help others, they're going to help you in return. And it's just this collection of wonderful light energy. And it's going to put you on a great path. In this life purpose and grounding yourself. So the life purpose could be that dream that we were talking about earlier, has something to do with your greater life purpose. And what this specifically says, the purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. This card this was actually a really significant card in my life because it showed me that life purpose, your true calling, is supposed to be joyful, right? Like, for the longest time, I was told that I should pursue something that everyone's telling me to do because I was good at it. And this was way in the past, but I didn't find any joy in that specific setting. And so I was just so confused. And this was a card that helped me change directions. And so maybe this can do the same for you. It's supposed to help you realize that if you think you're doing something that should be bringing you joy, but it isn't, really trust those feelings. Really trust yourself, because your emotions, and this is a counselor in me coming through, emotions are not a bad thing. Emotions are natural, they're normal, and they teach us many, many things. Just like how pain teaches the body that, hey, you need to pay attention to this area, because if not, we could possibly die if it gets any dire. And emotions are just that. They're just trying to communicate something to you. And in my opinion, there's no such things as like bad and good emotions. There's just simply emotions. And so, but joy is a great emotion. How do I say this? Joy is an emotion that is great at showing you when you're kind of in that flow, when you're following something that's, I think it's like the language of the heart too. So yeah, just, I hope that resonates, that whatever you're doing, it should feel joyful. It should feel happy and nice. And if you're not experiencing that, maybe this is a good time to self-reflect and see what it is that you truly want to do. And I think grounding yourself will help you to do that as well. So it says here, when you detach from awareness of your body in the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it is pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. That's a wonderful message. And look at her. Look at all those butterflies. Butterflies are a great symbol of change and transformation. And so it's just coming through as a really strong message to really ground yourself. So it could be as simple as, taking a shower, taking a nice hot bath, going for some fresh air, taking a walk, working out, reading a book, something that just shakes you up from that routine, like the routine that maybe has you feeling stuck and you have this stagnant energy. A really great way to break through that is by grounding yourself and doing something that puts you out of that. So I hope that resonates. But you're getting really big picture messages is what I'm seeing for sure. Yeah. And let me see. So I'm going to tap into my psychic intuition and see what's coming through. If there's any messages that maybe couldn't be said within these cards, I'll try to ask for any visions to see what else needs to be shared. Pile 2, pile 2. I see soaring, like a bird soaring through the sky, and there's like a it's the blazing hot sun. And this bird, the bird is tired for sure. And it's like in a dry desert area, and it's very exhausted, but like it's persevering. It's persevering. And I see that the bird sees a town, and it's gonna make a stop. Yeah, it's just looking at the town. Yeah, the message is coming through, and that you guys really need to listen to those emotions and your physical senses, and grounding yourself is going to help you with that. Because that bird in my vision, like, its body is really strongly telling it that it's thirsty and that they should go into that town. And maybe by going in that town, you know, they could find food and other great things. But the bird is just so exhausted and persevering and like trying to get through that it's hard to notice the messages from their body. And so that's a message that I see, that exhaustion is really getting in the way of you seeing clearly. But there's something from your, you know, your body instincts, your emotions, they're trying to communicate something to you. And so this is just a message, really. It comes through it all comes down from that first message of paying attention to yourself, to your surroundings. And I'm gonna pull out one more card so that I can one more card and then a few stones and rocks. The last card. Oh, you see? Look at this. Oh my god. I mean, I know it's not the same thing. So this is from Kiki's delivery service, and she's just like flying through, right? And it's similar to the vision that I just had. I just saw someone soaring, but it's a little bit different. And actually, she's traveling. I think, I hope I'm not wrong, but I think there's a part right at the beginning when she sets off and she's looking for a town so that she can start to her delivery stuff. And there's just something, though, maybe there's some significance in that traveling, right? There was the energy of travel earlier. Soaring, traveling. This is a great message, though, because I think she's really, you know, she's a witch, and it feels like she is pretty in tune with what she wants. And when you're a child, it's like a lot easier to be in tune with your feelings, at least in general, right? There are some exceptions to that. And so I think the message is, let's not try to die of thirst like that dry, sweaty no, that bird that I saw in my vision that, you know, was just pushing through. And let's try to be like Kiki, you know, let's travel, let's soar through the sky, and let our life purpose, our what we really want in life, be the guide to where we'll end up in the next few chapters of our lives. Let's see. And then you rock, which you absolutely do. Serenity, family, and love. Right? Love, what was it? Love is all around. And here, love comes through again. So that message of love is just really, really present. Serenity and family. Yeah, if any of that resonates to you, then maybe that's just another synchronicity to validate that this is the right pile for you. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, a good week, a good month, a good year, a good life. I just hope you take something positive out of this, and if it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to jump to another pile or to tune out. You know, it's your life, and you are free to do whatever you want. And that's it for pile number 2. Hi, this is pile number 3. I hope we all get a positive message today, or at least, you know, a message that is uplifting, that can bring positive changes in your life. That is my intention for this reading for you. I hope you get something constructive and yeah, overall positive for you. So we're gonna get started. Pile number three. I see a lot of landscapes. I don't know. There's something. I see a lot of landscapes, and I see a guardian angel actually. It feels like for this particular pile, there's gonna be messages specifically from your guardian angel that are gonna try to come through. And so because of that, we're gonna use the Angel Tarot card deck and see what comes through. And I'm shuffling just right over here. Pile number three. Oh, so these two cards came out. Pile number three. I see there's a few cards coming through. There's actually a lot. So we're gonna work with that. And actually, as I try to put the cards away, these just would not go in. So I'm gonna take it that they want to stay. And so here, this is how I'm gonna organize it. We're just gonna go one by one and see what comes through. Ooh, Seven of Earth. So it says, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So whatever you've been doing, it seems like it was the right choice that you made. Because something is gonna be coming through that you worked hard for. Could be a graduation, could be, a new job, could be something not material at all like that, like physical reality. It could be, like healthier self-esteem, healthier self-love, self-respect. Could be something mental, like a mental glow up. But whatever you've been doing, it's this validation that you're on the right path. It's working, and it's going to continue to work. Archangel Gabriel is coming through. Their message right here says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Again, there's that. These two both have the temporary pause, temporary standstill. So perhaps things aren't moving as quickly as you wanted them to, and what they're saying is that's okay. A lot of things happen for our higher good, and so this standstill, this temporary non-action part of your life is a great thing. Perhaps it could help you self-reflect, right? Looking at things from a different perspective. So self-reflecting and understanding that you are gaining something from this. Perhaps you're not there yet, but it is a very important step to take in order to get wherever you want to get to. Let me give you an example. If, let's say you're technically, let's say you're doing a career change, and so a new career is your goal, but you're not there yet, and so you're right before that final step or that next step, and by not making that switch, you have more time and energy for yourself. Maybe you feel frustrated that you're not in that field right now, but something that you're gaining from that, from that non-action is you have more time to yourself, you have more energy, you're recouping maybe some of that burnt out energy from your previous job, and it's helping you renew that energy so that you bring in a lot of good, positive, vamped up energy, and it's gonna allow you to do awesome things. perhaps, you know, you've had to move in back with your parents, you've had to reach out for help, and it's helped you to open up to ask for help. Maybe it was harder for you to ask for help in the past, and now this has been a great opportunity for you to say, like, hey, you know, I actually need help. And which, you know, same, I relate, especially for people that are more empathetic. You know, maybe you're in the helping profession and it's just you're used to being more of the helper and not being helped. And so a lot of things that we go through are to help us open up things that, you know, that are uncomfortable for us, but they're good for us. So yeah, Page of Fire. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So yeah, maybe it is that you guys are going through a new career change, or maybe there's something, maybe it's not so much career, you know, capitalist, American oriented. Maybe it's more like a life change, a lifestyle change. It could be that. Let me see. Let me just try to tap into my intuition. Because I see a cottage. I see a cottage, and I really see that energy of like, oh my gosh, I actually see fairies. I see like this person living in a cottage, and they're like baking cookies, and they're, you know, they're making things, and they're being visited by fairies. I actually see it from the perspective of fairies. And because, you know, they're out in nature, and so they're surrounded by a bunch of fairies, and they're just, from the eyes of a fairy, they just look so happy. And as a fairy, like in that vision, I don't feel scared of them. I actually feel very curious. But it's a wonderful, wonderful, very homey like energy. So it could be that too. Just, you know, is there something that you're wanting to do so that I can bring more peace into your life? Something that feels like it's more like you. Perhaps you want to not so much be like participate in this culture where, you know, some of the downside is exploitation and like and all that. And maybe you want to just live on your own and be in your own world, or maybe do something that resonates more to yourself, that resonates more to you, and you're going to be creating your own inner world, your inner space in this outer world that doesn't really match up with what you do and who you are. But that's what I see. There's some, but yeah, it is exciting. It's something that's going to be exciting for you. So whatever you think of that is new, exciting, wonderful, this is a message that's validating that thought that you've had. Eight of Water. You're really getting all the elements here. Earth, fire, water. So it's a very well-rounded message, or maybe it's a message that applies to a lot of areas in your life. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Again, that, I think that really goes hand in hand with that image of the woman. Well, to be honest, I said person, but it was a woman that I saw living in a cottage. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a woman, you know. Just it was just that certain image. But like a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful. And that, right, that image of that woman was like, it felt like she didn't live there forever. She had recently found this and created this new peaceful life for herself. And I think this might resonate with you guys. There's something, you know, that you want to change that puts you more in alignment with who you are and what you really want in life. Oh, Archangel Jophiel. Happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. And this goes back to this first card, right? I think I said that whatever seeds you've planted, it's validation that you're on the right path. And again, we have another card to validate that. And what's really coming through is happiness. Whatever change you're making or trying to manifest, or maybe you haven't even thought of it, but this this whole reading is gonna be an actual seed planting into your, planted into your head, so that you can start thinking about what you really want to do in life. It's gonna be a very happy, peaceful feeling. It feels very light. Feels very light. And Archangel Jophiel, positive, optimistic, long-term plans. So yeah, this feels like definitely like more of a lifestyle change. Something that, yeah, it's not just gonna be one thing in your life. It's gonna be like a whole uprootment. Is that a word? It's just a whole change for your whole life. Page of Air. Again, you guys have, I think, all the elements now. Air. You have earth, fire, water, air. We've got all the bending. Earth bending, fire bending, water bending, air bending. Any Avatar fans. Anyway. Yeah, this is a message that's going to apply to many areas of your life. A whole lifestyle change. Anyway, so this says, challenging information, delays or change of plans, truth delivered without tact. So this kind of goes back to those first few cards. Delay, temporary. There's that theme of being in a standstill. Something, maybe things aren't, they're just not going as fast maybe as you hope them to go, like your plans to move as fast as you wanted them to go. Maybe there's something that you're going through right now that's a challenging time, but the message that I see is that there is some good that will come out of this challenging time. And it's all these things, this lifestyle change that's going to bring you happiness. And so the challenge that you're experiencing, good will come out of it for sure. Yeah, I definitely see that. And the last card, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So these two cards seem similar to me. Challenging information, plans that need revision. You're simply going through, and I'm going to try to see actually. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to try to channel my intuition and see if there's any visions that come through for pile number 3. You know what? I keep seeing that girl living in the cottage, but I'm connecting to before she moved in. I can see that she lived a very busy life. It felt like, she looks burnt out. She looks burnt out. She looks so busy, and she just does not look happy. And then there's this pause, and it's this pause that helps her like realize what she really wants in life. And it's where, like, sometimes you get those epiphanies. Maybe I can see her being like, this is just not what I want. Is this all that life is? Is this what I'm going to be doing for the next 40 years of my life? Kind of that feeling. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of us are feeling that way. And so maybe you're one of those people that you are experiencing something like a temporary pause in your life, where maybe outside of your life there is a lot going on, but inside you're just tired, exhausted, and you're at a standstill, and it's asking you to, like, to self-reflect, revise your plans. Is this truly what you want to do for the rest of your life? Is this truly how you want to live for the rest of your life? And that is what this is, again, very strong angel, like 2 archangels popped up. So this is like messages from your guardian angel and archangels. And they're really looking out for you. I can feel that they really care for you and they really love you. And they really want to validate that that temporary state of mind that you have. But again, these are seeds well planted, so this is a very important necessary step so that you can get to the happy times. And I'm gonna pull out just a few more cards. I'm gonna use these. Let's see what words come up. I'm gonna try not to look. No, dream, joy, love, and peace. I think these are things that you're wanting to have in your life more of. And I mean, we could all use a little more joy, love, and peace and dreaming in our lives, right? But there's just I think that's what it feels like. You know, there's a void, there's something missing, and it's really important for you to experience that so that you can realize that, you know, you deserve to have more joy and love and peace and to dream a bigger dream. You know, create something magical in your life. I'm gonna pull out a few more cards. Oh, you know what? I actually, so these are the two cards that I pulled out. They're from Studio Ghibli films. And if you haven't watched them, I'll try to provide context. But this is from My Neighbor Totoro. And it's when she's like, she goes off, she's like chasing these two little forest spirits. I think that's what they technically are. So that, you know, she's on her way to meet Totoro. But she has to go through this path. And again, there is a lot of action going on. But her goal of, you know, and she's just exploring, she's just having fun, and you know, at the end of that path she meets Totoro, who's like this wonderful being that brings him a lot of adventures to her and her sister. And so this to me, it's really just validating that path, that journey that you're on, and that there really are like a lot more wonderful things that you're gonna be experiencing. That's what I see. And then this card, I don't know. I cannot remember what this is from, what scene it's from. I want to say it's from like the movie Only Yesterday, but I haven't seen those films like in years. But what I notice here is like that bright sun, the bright, you know, all the flower field, and it's, to me, it's beautiful. I mean, I know they're working, but there's like beauty around them. And I think that's the gist of that message for you guys. That there is beauty around you and there's good things around you. And as you like refocus on what it is you truly want, you're going to be experiencing more of it. There's going to be more sunshine, more joy, more peace and love, and, you know, wonderful dreams. And at the end of that path, you're going to be meeting a lot of wonderful people. You're going to be experiencing wonderful situations. And hey, maybe that cottage life is for you. Maybe that's what you want. And you're gonna experience this. That's what I truly feel. I feel like I need to pull out just one more message. I'm gonna see if you called out to this. Purification. My energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. So maybe you need an energy cleansing, or maybe like a physical cleansing, you know, cleaning your room, cleaning your house. Perhaps that can help you with that temporary part. Hold on. Let me see what exactly, how does this connect with the rest of the message there? you know what? I just pictured someone like cleaning their room, and once their room is clean, they like meditate in the middle of their room, and they cleanse their aura, they ground themselves, and then they like, it just makes it so much easier for them to see what they really want, like, and for them to listen to their feelings and their thoughts. So I think that purification is going to help you even further, you to like help push you to see the things that you want. And if you already know what it is that you want, it could just be to help validate what it is you've been experiencing. I'm gonna pull out one more card. Gratitude. Gratitude has been really coming through in a lot of these readings. This reading and another one. So it says here, this is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. You will be experiencing more of this. Pile number 3. You have so many like light-hearted emotions and things coming through. I feel a lot of excitement for you. I think you're gonna be dreaming of a lot more joy, love, and peace in your life, and you're gonna actually manifest those things into your life. So, and actually, I'm gonna just, I know I keep saying this, but we're gonna use the animal oracle deck, the spirit animal oracle deck, and see what comes through, because there was an animal that came through, but I want to see if they show up. Embrace the in-between. This is kind of like what I said for pile number 1, that you're not there yet. There's a big dream that you have. There's something that's going to come into fruition that's going to be big and wonderful and different for you. But you're not there yet, right? There's a lot of temporary pauses and delays. And so it's just telling you to embrace that feeling of just not being there yet, but you will be there, because there's a lot of good things that could come out of this if you just and I'm actually going to share a technique that I use in counseling. It's called the GLAD technique, and I think this could be relevant for you. So whenever someone went through something challenging, I would ask them, GLAD, what is something you're grateful for? What is something that you learned from this? What is something that you know what, if I'm being honest, I kind of forgot the A, but I think it's something like accept. What is something you accept from this? And what is something that you're delighted about? And like, if I'm gonna, so in counseling, I would use this technique for people that went through like really traumatizing events, and because I don't want to trigger anyone, I'm gonna try to keep it like simple. So let's say you had just a bad day. We all have those bad days, and let's say you just you got stuck in traffic, you were late to work, or you were late to school. Your friend said something about you and got you upset, and now it's the end of the day and you're just relaxing at home and you're like de-stressing. It's been a rough day. So something that you can be grateful for in that situation is that it's over, right? Like, you just went through all that, and it is not your present reality. It's gone, it's done, and it's over, and you're just grateful that it's over. And something that you learned, perhaps, maybe you learned that friend that said something about you isn't a very supportive friend, and so you're evaluating that friendship. Or maybe you learned that no matter what you go through, you still remain yourself. You're still generally you're still happy. And so like you learn that you definitely have that inner strength, or that inner optimism. And something that you accept from the situation, and just acceptance. You know what, that third part, I really don't think it's acceptance, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So if I can remember what it is, I'll try to link it in the description. but we'll skip over to the D part of glad, and the D is, you know, what is something that you're delighted about. And so maybe at the end of the day, you're eating ice cream, or you're watching your favorite TV show, you're de-stressing, you're coping, and you're just happy and delighted about being in this like relaxed state. And so I think that technique can really help you embrace, you know, the challenges, or that being in between, like not yet being there, not yet reaching those goals, but knowing that they're there, you know. You feel it, you see it in your mind, but you don't physically see it right now, and you're waiting for perfect timing. And so I hope that technique can help. And just one more. Oh, the koi fish. There is always enough. And this is a card of abundance. And so I think whatever path you choose, it's going to be a very abundant path. And abundance it can for sure deal with like money, but it can also be like an abundance of knowledge, of ideas, of like positive emotions, an abundance of love. It's just like this beautiful, like ever-flowing energy. And I think you making that lifestyle change, you pursuing those bigger dreams, is going to bring you an abundance of whatever specifically you want, or it can be an overall abundance. But yeah, it seems like a lot of you are experiencing a lot of changes, and I'm excited about that. So I hope this reading resonates. If you liked it, you know, subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I will be bringing out more messages like this. I definitely like to incorporate some of the resources that I use from being a counselor, and I am actually certified to provide mental health services. So I strongly encourage everyone to, you know, seek their own counselor, and so that they can have someone to process some specific emotions and thoughts. But there are some nice tools that I can share with you for sure. And that's it. Bye everyone. Hope you guys have a good day, a good month, good year, good life, and blessings for everyone. Hi, pile number 4. I have not had a drink of water, so I apologize if my voice is a little funny, like if it cracks at some point. This is the final pile. My intention for you is to get a message that resonates for you, something that helps transform your life in some way, give you hope, you know, maybe validate some of your desires, your wishes. I just hope we all, you know, win and get something out of it. That's something positive. So that is my intention for you. May it be a message of healing, hope, knowledge, clarity, whatever it is that you're seeking for sure. So pile number 4. Let's see. What messages are coming through for you? I actually feel called to... Here, I'm gonna... These stones are coming through. Yeah, I see a lot of like light pastel colors in your energy. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna use my intuition to see what this means. So, there's something about Easter that's coming through. I don't know if you're visiting family for Easter, or is Easter or April is an important month or time for you. Maybe blue is your favorite color, maybe pink is your favorite color. I'm not sure, but there's something about Easter. And beginnings. I see this being a time of beginnings for you. New beginnings. Let's see. Okay, let's see what comes through. What else comes through from the cards. Now I'm actually going to try to pull the cards. And I actually feel compelled to use these cards. So I'm going to shuffle them. So as I was shuffling, I really got through some painful feelings. It really seems that you guys have been through a lot recently. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot. And so I just want to validate that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel hurt. There's just a lot of... yeah, there's a lot going on. And so the counselor side of me really wants to help and heal you. And I hope through this video that you can sense that, you know, I genuinely care and want to validate whatever you've been going through. Like, it's okay to feel the way that you feel, and it's okay to not feel okay. Let's see what cards are coming through. Let go and flow. Let go and flow. Accept love. And spread the light. Let go and flow. Oh. Yeah. You know, early this morning I got this image because I had a feeling of this, of connecting with the flow, and I got this image of like of a girl climbing up a waterfall, and the message was to like just let go of that waterfall and, you know, like fall down and flow down the stream, and you're gonna be joining this big grand ocean, and there's gonna be wonderful things in the ocean for you. And like, that's the feeling that I get, that you've been like swimming upstream. And so this card is really just encouraging you to just let go and follow the stream. You know, perhaps whatever you thought that was up there, up the stream, was, you know, you thought it was going to be something great, but your higher self, something bit, you know, something above knows that whatever is for your higher good is actually downstream, you know. And if you just join that flow, things shouldn't be as hard as you're making them out to be. You know, life is supposed to be a little bit easier than what you've been experiencing, is what I'm getting. And love is a very natural state of flow as well. Like, whenever you feel love, there's just no resistance, right? You give out love and it feels like you're receiving love, right? Like, let's say you have a pet. Pets are so wonderful because whatever love you give to them, they give it back to you tenfold, and then you give them back like 100% more, and it just continues. And that's what this is, just a reminder to let you know that life is supposed to be like that. Life should feel not so hard. And I hope you guys can't hear the the noise in the background. But yeah, there's just a message of letting go and flowing with the natural, with life, and accepting all the love that there is in life, and spreading the light. In a previous pile, we pulled out this card, and it was like, you know, from one person to another. And I feel that way too, with like, when you give out love, you're gonna spread that light and you're gonna receive it back. But what I'm getting also is just that you're gonna be receiving a lot more back. Like, you you can give just a little bit. Let's say you give just one kind word. Life is just so ready to give back to you so much more. And so it's encouraging you to just take a little, one step forward, give out some love, some kindness, some light, and it's gonna come back to you like 700% more, if that makes sense. It's just asking you to join this natural flow of life. Because you've been through so much. I see that. I see that. I see like a thunderstorm. I see like volcanoes. I see like natural disasters. And I'm not saying that maybe you've been through something traumatic like that, but it and it feels like it was something out of your control. Just, it's not something that you purposely attracted or anything like that. You know, it's just stuff happens in life that are out of our control, and it's okay to feel a certain way about that. It's definitely okay. Yeah, but there's a lot of love that's waiting for you. That's what I see for sure. We're gonna use, let's see what other cards come through. So these three are popping out. Purification, grace, and embracing. Right? So embracing that life that's so ready to like show itself to you. And the affirmation here is, I embrace and love all of my life. That's what Spirit really wants you to feel. Because Spirit really loves you and wants you to feel this natural flow of beauty in life. Yeah, Spirit is just strongly encouraging you to embrace whatever life has to offer to you. And it has a lot of love to offer to you if you just open up your heart. If you just open up a little more. I graciously accept the infinite love of the universe. I didn't even read this beforehand, but that's what it is. Like, there's just so much love that the universe, Spirit wants to offer to you. Purification. So this is, my energy field is being cleansed of all that I do not need. Yeah, again, letting go. It's asking you to let go of whatever you don't need so that you can join this natural state of love. There's just, you've been through so much, and I think the universe is just ready to give you so much love. They're like, I see you, I see what you've been through, and I just want to hug you. That's the general feeling that I get here. I'm gonna pull out a few more cards. Yes, these are wonderful cards for you. So, clear out the clutter from Frog Spirit. So Frog Spirit's message is, you know, literally clearing out like your physical space, maybe letting go of people, but it resonates with this purification card. Just wanting you to let go of any energy that no longer helps you. You know, like maybe there's some coping skills that helped you in the past, but they're no longer helping you in a productive way. And it's asking you to just let go of whatever feels heavy, whatever doesn't feel right for you. And it's asking you to do that because Spring Spirit is here to say, know your worth, right? Like you are just so worthy of this love and this light and this natural flow in life, you know, where life can be abundant and easy and wonderful. And there's just a heavy message of letting go, of purifying and embracing the love in life, you know, because you are worthy of all these things. And maybe you've been through a lot and you've forgotten that lesson. And so this is just a reminder to not forget that you are definitely worthy of all these great things. Just gonna pull out a few more cards and then we'll be done. I'm gonna pull out these two, and I'm trying not to look. So whatever. Another you rock and another gratitude. Again, gratitude is a huge theme in a lot of these piles. It's come up like in 3 out of all 4 piles. So. Oh, and Kiki. Both scenes from Kiki. Yes, so, this is what I really see. Like, you know, maybe this is how you've been feeling. You know, this is a part of the movie where in Kiki's delivery service, she is, I think she's waiting for business, right? She's helping out that woman that, like, took her in, and I actually don't remember the scene, but she looks very down. I can't remember if it's, like, when she is slow on business, or, like, if it's, like, oh my gosh. But I think this is a representation of how you've been feeling, isn't it, pile number 4? And this is what Great Spirit wants you to feel: light and joyful and just, like, adventurous. And so, and if you remember this movie, that's how she ends up feeling. She goes on a great adventure, and she forms this independence in her life. And look, there's also the symbolism of the little witch on the broom, and maybe that's something that you've been dreaming, like, and then she's physically there. She's physically flying on a broom. So, like, that, you know, the symbolism and then reality. And that's what I think is really coming through for you. That you deserve to feel whatever you've been dreaming and maybe daydreaming about. But this is definitely a message of hope. And it's a message of validation of that you've been through a lot, and this is just a reminder that you are worthy of love and light and just a lot of great positive things. So again, just a reminder. I hope this resonates for you. And yeah, I hope you have I hope this helps. I hope this definitely helps. And I wish I could, like, jump out of this video and, like, give you a big hug. And feel free to, like, comment or share if there's anything you've been through. I'll also, like, provide a list of resources for mental health help. Because we support that, right? Mental health is important, it's valuable, and it matters, and you matter. So I'm gonna provide those resources, so feel free to check those in the description. And I strongly encourage you to get help, because I really see, like, you've been through a lot, and I wish I could change things for you. I wish I could make you feel better. But, you know, luckily there are professionals, and there are friends and family and, like, people out there that can help you for sure. If it's not friends, if it's not family, there are professional people. And I'll try to see if I can provide any free resources as well, because I understand the struggle of counseling being expensive, and not everyone can afford it, and not everyone has the health insurance. I get that. So I'll try to include as much info as I can. But yeah, I hope you end up feeling like this one day. But I definitely want to validate that it's okay to feel this way, especially if you've been through it. Okay, have a good day. Bye.